We have a roll call, confirm a quorum.
Councilmember Abdelgawad.
Here.
Councilmember Boehner.
Present.
Councilmember Burke.
Present.
Councilmember Holman.
Present.
Councilmember Hubach.
Present.
Councilmember Kellogg.
Present.
Councilmember Moorhead.
Present.
Councilmember Stevens.
Present.
Mayor Kirkhoff.
Present. We do have a quorum. Would everybody please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have no presentations and awards tonight, or personal appearances, so we'll move right on to staff reports.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would ask that Mr. Krass make a report for the Public Works Department, please.
Thank you, Mr. Fairborn. Mr. Mayor, members of the council, I've submitted my written report. Also want to give you a status update on some other projects. We currently have out for bid the inflow and infiltration correction project for our sanitary sewer system. Also have out for bid what we are referring to as the sidewalk gap project. That's, if you council recall, that's the one where we are compelling folks to install sidewalks in areas to fill in gaps in accordance with city ordinance. Also, the City Hall tower stabilization project is currently out for bid. We are in the process of evaluating the bids for the farmers market site work and the farmers market shelter. And this week, the contractor completed the pipe installation on the Silver Lake Stormwater Improvement Project. They're working on some restoration, installing fences and final grading, so we hope to have that project wrapped up in the next couple of weeks with the good weather. With that, I am available for questions.
Questions of staff? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Krass. Just a couple of items from me as far as some scheduling and service times. Next week's work session agenda for February 2nd. 3 items on for the agenda at this time. Arts Commission, meeting with the Arts Commission. I will be sending with the packet some possible discussion points to just kind of get that moving forward that people might want to be considering. And we did send over the weekend the invitation to the Arts Commission, so they all know, and I think I've heard back from almost all of them. The Civic Center third workshop will be next Monday night at the work session, and the citizen survey, the draft citizen survey, will be in you all's packet for your consideration. And we've changed some of the questions from the previous year to get a little bit more of a Meredith has actually been working very hard with the department heads to get a little bit more of a drill down on some of those questions that we asked that the council, I think, 2 years ago thought were a little bit vague, like if they're saying there's congestion, where are they saying there's congestion, that sort of thing. So you'll see a slightly different initial draft coming before you for that one. Also, and the council members who were there Saturday night heard this, we do have each quarter we recognize service to the city by our employees. Sean Auger, our Human Resources Manager, and Ed Eanes, our Assistant Public Works Director, both celebrated 1 year with the city this past quarter. Kyle Worthington and Pam McCrary celebrated 5 years with us. Kyle is, of course, our PIO. Pam is downstairs in dispatch. John Phillips over in Public Works celebrated 10 years with the city this past quarter. And Rodney Olsch, one of our dispatchers, celebrated 30 years with the city. So congratulations to all of them. That concludes staff reports, and we're available for any questions.
Questions of staff? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Move on to committee reports. I got 2 reports. Grand reopening ribbon cutting was held to celebrate the new location of DSWA Certified Public Accountants on Friday, January 23rd. Their new office is located 1118 Remington Plaza, Suite A. The grand opening ribbon cutting for Salon Bella and Boutique, located at 1284 West Foxwood Drive, has been rescheduled for 11:30 a.m. on Thursday, February 29th. I'll entertain a motion to dispose of the consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve the consent agenda, including item A, City Council minutes from January 12th, 2015, item B, acceptance of the 2014 Street Preservation Program, And item C, acceptance of Westbrook 10th plat of Creekmore.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Move on to unfinished business. We have the second reading of Bill 3033 by title only, please.
The second reading of Bill 3033 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri vacating a portion of a utility easement located on Lot 174 in Lakeview Addition and resurvey lots 152 through 186, a platted subdivision in the City of Raymore, Cass County, Missouri.
We have a motion, please.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve Bill 3033, easement vacation for 103 South Sunset Lane.
We have a motion and a second to approve the second reading of Bill 3033. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Carries unanimously. We have a second reading of Bill 3030 by title only.
The second reading of Bill 3030 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri amending various sections of the Unified Development Code of the Raymore City Code.
I'll entertain a motion. We have a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the second reading of Bill 3030. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Second reading of Bill 3034 by title only, please.
The second reading of Bill 3034 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri amending the contract with the Raymore Chamber of Commerce.
I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve Bill 3034, the amendment to the contract with the Raymore Chamber of Commerce.
We have a motion and a second to approve the second reading of Bill 3034. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. We have the second reading of Bill 3036 by title only.
The second reading of Bill 3036 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with ETC Institute, Inc. for the development and administration of a citizen's survey.
I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve Bill 3036, the ETC Citizen Survey Agreement.
We have a motion and a second to approve the second reading of Bill 3036. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Let's see, this one was alternate A, if I remember right. We have the second reading of Bill 3031, alternate A by title only.
The second reading of Bill 3031, alternate A by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri committing the City of Raymore to participate in the Show Me Green sales tax holiday in 2015 only.
I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve Bill 3031A, Show Me Green Sales Tax Holiday.
We have a motion and a second to approve Bill 3031A. Is there any discussion? Do you have something to say?
I'm sorry, I seconded it.
Okay. All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. We have the second reading of Bill 3035 by title only, please.
The second reading of Bill 3035 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Vogel Traffic Services, Inc. for the purchase of an EZ liner pallet striper in the amount of $64,150.
I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve Bill 3035, award of contract for purchase of a paint striper.
I seconded.
We have a motion and a second to approve the second reading of Bill 3035. Is there any discussion?
As the Marine Corps would say, oorah.
Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. That takes care of old business. Move on to new business. Yeah, the reading of Bill 3037 by title only, please.
The first reading of Bill 3037 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri approving and authorizing the mayor to enter into a guaranteed pricing contract with Design Mechanical, Inc. to provide preventative maintenance services for HVAC systems in public facilities.
Thank you. Staff report?
Thank you, sir. I'll call on our currently interim Buildings and Grounds Director, Mike Krass.
Thank you, Mr. Fearborn, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. The next three items before you are very similar in nature. This particular contract deals with preventative maintenance for our HVAC systems. In order to develop a scope of services for these projects, we looked at last year's utilization for these contracts and developed a basket of goods, or a description of the type of services that would be provided under each of them, and then used that as the basis of pricing for the contract award. For the HVAC contract, staff recommends award to Design Mechanical.
Questions of staff? Kevin?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll ask a specific question. This is for preventative maintenance, and I completely support this. My question is, do we do any predictive maintenance, which is quite a bit different than preventative maintenance? Are there any steps that we take or that we hire out for predictive maintenance? That way we, as staff, getting back to us, that you can report back to us what we can expect, what could be failing in the near future?
What we have right now, and we will be investigating it a little bit further, is the council recently adopted the what we refer to as the BURP, the replacement plan for building facilities. In that, things like the HVAC system and others are scheduled for certain repairs based on a service life, and so that's what we're utilizing right now. We will be exploring some more diagnostic type things, but some of the things that are programmed for the generators upcoming is one of the units is planned, at least estimated to need replacement with the motors and some other things in the next couple of years. So right now we're programming it based on a service life rather than a diagnostic type investigation.
Any other questions? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to dispose of this.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve Bill 3037, award of contract for HVAC preventative maintenance services.
I second.
We have a motion and a second to approve Bill 3037. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. You have a reading of Bill 3038 by title only, please.
The first reading of Bill 3038 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri, approving and authorizing the mayor to enter into a guaranteed pricing contract with Mark I Electric Company, Inc. to provide on-call electrician services.
Staff report.
Thanks, sir. I'll call Mr. Krass.
Thank you, Mr. Fearborn, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. This contract is regarding on-call services. From time to time, we find that there's a need for services of a licensed electrician. We're able to replace bulbs, ballasts, those type of things in the light system during our routine maintenance. But if we need to run wires or move switches, those type of things, that does require the services of a licensed electrician, and we are recommending award of this contract to Mark I Electric Company.
Thank you. Questions of staff? Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to dispose of the first reading of Bill 3038.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve Bill 3038, award of contract for an on-call electrician service.
I second.
We have a motion and a second to approve Bill 3038. Is there any discussion? Kevin?
I apologize, Mayor. I probably should have asked when you asked me if I had any questions of staff. I do have a question. When was the last time that we've had a different contractor, or is this, I guess I'm just trying to assure that competitive bids have been placed and others have given the opportunity to bid on.
For the HVAC contract, the successful bidder was the same bidder as we are currently utilizing for the on-call electrician services and the upcoming generator maintenance services. Those are both new contractors.
Thank you.
If I may dovetail off of that, To answer the specific question, every 3 years, these go for bid.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve Bill 3038. All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Now, the first reading of Bill 3039 by title only.
The first reading of Bill 3039 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri approving and authorizing the mayor to enter into a guaranteed pricing contract with Clifford Power Systems, Inc. to provide preventative maintenance services for emergency generators and public facilities.
I'll entertain a motion. Oh, no, staff report.
Thank you, sir. I'll call Mr. Krass.
Thank you, Mr. Fairborn. Mr. Mayor, members of the council, as we discussed, this contract is similar to the HVAC contract where we developed a basket of goods and bid those for cost pricing. The contract does, in response to Mr. Kellogg's previous question, this contract does include some diagnostic work when they're doing the maintenance on the generator, as well as testing by a laboratory of the oil when they do oil changes to indicate any potential issues. We have evaluated the bids and checked references and recommend award to Clifford Power.
I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve Bill 3039, award of contract for generator maintenance services.
I second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the first reading of Bill 3039. Is there any discussion? Please.
I was wondering if we could, when staff asks for references to ask what municipalities that different contractors have worked for, if they mention cities, can we have them also put the state that goes with the city as well? There's a list of cities on page 197 of the packet, and some of them are cities that are smaller municipalities that I'm not sure what state they're located in. And
Certainly.
I just thought that would be maybe interesting to have
Certainly.
as well. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve Bill 3039. All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. We have the reading of the resolution 1504 by title only, please.
The reading of Resolution 15-04 by title only, a resolution of the City of Raymore, Missouri, authorizing and approving a corporate authorization resolution by and between the City of Raymore, Missouri and Community Bank of Raymore.
Staff report, please.
Thank you, sir. I'll call on the Finance Director, Ms. Watson.
Thank you, sir. Mayor, council, the resolution you have before you is just a housekeeping item. The city does bank with the Community Bank of Raymore. It is our custom to designate the mayor along with the city manager, assistant city manager, and the finance director to act on behalf of the city. The resolution you have before you is designating those individuals.
Any questions of staff? Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to dispose of resolution 1504.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve Resolution 1504, corporate authorization resolution with Community Bank of Raymore.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve resolution 1504. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries unanimously. I think that takes care of new business, doesn't it? Okay. I'll open the floor for public comment. Please identify yourself for the record. Keep your comments to under 5 minutes. Seeing nobody come forward, I'll close the public comment, and we'll move to Mayor Council Communication. This week, beginning with Councilmember Holman.
Just one thing, sir. Since I'm on a roll with the paint striper, I owe the media in the room an apology. I made comments in our last meeting that it wasn't exciting enough to make the paper, and they proved me wrong. So my apologies.
Councilmember Kellogg, you're next.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to congratulate the service awards that were recognized tonight. 30 years, that is amazing. You know, I worked with a lot of people that have 30 years, and I thought I was the only place for I could work that worked with people who have 30 years, but yeah, we're not. It's great that, you know, we have that kind of longevity and that caliber and committed of people that work for us. So thanks a lot for your service, and that's all I got. Thank you.
Councilmember Abdel-Gawad.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Councilmember Stevens.
No comments.
Councilmember Boehner.
No comments.
Councilmember Burke.
I have no comments.
Councilmember Moorhead.
Two things briefly. One, I also have to, I love hearing hearing about staff and in essence, our city family and how much time they've been here. 30 years ago, it's frightening. I was a lot thinner and had hair back then, and I was causing a lot of trouble driving around our streets here in Raymore. So I remember, vaguely, it's fading, I remember those years, but it's neat to hear because this, while Rodney has 30 years in, and that's very commendable. I remember last year, we had a number of people we have quite a few people here in this family, so it's a testament to the quality of both the leadership of the staff and all the other fellow members of the staff. We're all very lucky to work with you guys, so when I hear that, it's a commendation to all of you. Also, and this is more directed for Mr. Crass, you know, I had several members of the Silver Lake that lived near that stormwater construction who wanted to pass along they had a chance to go out, and the contractors were very nice, very friendly, communicated with them, answered questions for them, and they felt very comfortable working with them. And so I just, you know, it's not only do they do physically good work, but they were very good to the community and the neighbors responded. So I just wanted to pass that commendation along too. And beyond that, thank you very much.
Thank you. Councilmember Hubach.
Nothing tonight.
Okay. And let's see, we have reason to enter an executive session for personnel matters and litigation matters. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we go into executive session to discuss personnel matters as authorized by 610.021 and litigation matters as well.
Second.
Motion and a second to go into executive session. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Abdel-Gawad.
Yes.
Councilmember Boehner.
Yes.
Councilmember Burke.
Yes.
Councilmember Holman.
Yes.
Councilmember Hubach.
Yes.
Councilmember Kellogg.
Yes.
Councilmember Moorhead.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevens.
Yes.
We'll be retiring to executive session. We'll return just to adjourn the main meeting.